What's up everyone, it's Ben from the Vinyl Jukebox, and in this video I'm going to run through my top 5 live concerts that I went to in 2024. But before we get started, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Alright, so I was really excited to put this video together because today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to rank each of my top 5 favorite shows, and then after each one I'm going to show a short video clip that's going to give you guys a taste of what I experienced at each show. Alright, so coming in at number 5. We have Sammy Hagar, the Best of All Worlds tour. I saw him back in July at the pncbankartscenter in New Jersey. And if you didn't know, on this tour, Sammy Hagar was really focusing on music from his time in Van Halen. But it wasn't only that, he was also playing some solo music, some Montrose, Chickenfoot. But the set was very heavy on the Van Halen songs for sure. And I thought that he did a great job with it. I thought that Sammy sounded incredible with the old Van Halen material. Some of it might have been tuned down, but he really killed it on the vocals. I was not expecting him to be this good. The band he put together was phenomenal. Of course, he had Michael Anthony on bass, a Van Halen original member. So you got those classic Van Halen backing vocals, and you even had Michael Anthony doing some Van Halen songs, older Van Halen songs, David Lee Roth era songs on his own, which was really cool to hear. Joe Satriani handled the guitar on this tour, and he really did a great job with the Eddie Van Halen material. He made it his own, which was really great to hear. And I'd never seen Joe Satriani. To be honest, I'd never seen any of these guys before. So it was really incredible getting to see him as a guitar player do his thing on stage. So that was awesome. Jason Bonham on drums, incredible drummer, very reminiscent of his father. I've heard him do his Led Zeppelin tribute before, so it was incredible hearing him with these songs. We had lawn tickets, so price was very good for this show, but we actually moved towards the railing on the lawn, so it was just as good as having seats in the back. Loverboy opened the show. I'd never seen them before, not too familiar with their music, but I thought that they killed it, and I did definitely know the hits. And just overall, I thought that this was a great tribute to Eddie Van Halen. I think it's the only type of tribute that we're going to get. I know there was a lot of drama surrounding a tribute show to him. So it was really cool that Sammy decided to do this, to really showcase that music, to play music that hasn't been played in so long, and really pay tribute to Eddie in the best way that he could. So the poster that I showed you guys at the beginning, this one I picked up at the merch booth before the show. I always love picking up posters at shows. I'd like to collect them. I wish I had enough wall space to hang all of them, but maybe someday. And so without further ado, guys, let's take a look at a short clip from the show. This one is I Can't Drive 55, and I apologize in advance for the video quality. I realized before filming this that I deleted the original video off my phone, so I did have to screen grab it from Instagram post that I made, so bear with it, but you can still hear it and it still rocks. So let's check it out. So coming in at number 4, and unfortunately I don't have any merch to show from this one, but number 4 would be Defleppard with Journey. I saw them back in August at Citi Field. That's in Queens, New York. It's where the Mets play. And this was a very last minute show. I literally found out hours before the show that I would be going. So quick backstory, my wife Samantha, her aunt had won tickets to this show through a radio contest. She couldn't go to the show, so she called us, and it must have been 4:30 that afternoon. And if you know anything about traffic near and around the city at that time, it starts to get crazy. So we quickly packed our stuff and drove down. Luckily, we made it about halfway into a Steve Miller Band set. They were opening the show. And luckily, I got to hear a few of his songs because I do like his music. But we made it, and we got great seats. We were in the 100 level. Journey was okay. I'm not a really big Journey fan. They put on a nice show. I thought that Arnell, their singer, he did a good job. But, overall, I'm not really a big Journey fan. But, they kept my attention, which was good. But Def Leppard, oh my gosh. I've wanted to see them for a while. They put on an amazing, amazing show. From their stage production to their playing. Phil Collin is a monster on guitar, and you know, they played all the hits. They weren't really playing any deep tracks. I would have liked to hear some of their songs from their newest album, Diamond Star Halos. Didn't get that, unfortunately, but that's okay. I really liked what I heard from their set. I thought that they did an amazing job. Sound was incredible for a stadium show. Usually stadium show sound is spotty at best, but you know, they pulled it off really well, and it was just an incredible show, and I'm so glad I got to go. Didn't even think that morning that I would be going anywhere near Citi Field, but I did, and I'm so glad that I did. So let's take a quick look at a clip from the show. This is Defleppard playing Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages, still rolling, still rolling, Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages, still rolling, rock and rolling, we got the power, got the glory, just stay in the eyes, All right, so coming in at number 3, I saw duffmckagan on the Lighthouse Tour last month in November at a very small club in New York City called lepoissonrouge. And this was a very intimate show. I've seen Duff a few times, not only in Guns N' Roses, but also doing his various solo projects. And this by far was the most intimate of all the shows. But before I go into that show, I just wanted to talk about this real quick. So Duff was selling these at his merch table. This is a new single that he just put out with Lee Ving from the band Fear, and also on the back we have another single, My Name Is Bob, featuring Joey Shithead. And this was really cool too, because Duff signed this 7-inch, and this was only available at his shows on this tour, so not available on his website. Pink vinyl. The song is awesome. You know, Duff's been doing a lot of that singer-songwriter acoustic type material lately, and these are just 2 straight up punk songs from Duff. So really cool to be able to pick this up. You know, as soon as he announced it, I knew I had to get it. He was selling a lot of signed stuff at his merch table. So it was really cool. I was so glad I got to pick that up. And Lee Ving actually opened the show. So the show opened with Lee Ving doing a bit of an acoustic project with his son, who's in Fear, I guess, now. And it was an acoustic country project that he was doing, and to be honest, it didn't sound like anybody was too into it until later in his set when he started covering some of his Fear songs on acoustic, which was really great to be able to see. We started by standing in the back, but once Duff went on, we moved towards the front. A very small venue, like I saw, so not a bad place to see or stand in the whole venue. The sound was absolutely incredible, though. And I have to say, this was the most candid I've ever seen Duff. He was talking to the crowd. He was picking out particular members of the audience, kind of telling stories between his songs. Just kind of, making small talk with the audience between songs. But it was really cool to see because, you know, you don't get a lot of talk from duffmckagan at all during Guns N' Roses shows, and even his solo shows that I've seen, you know, he'll talk to the crowd, but not in the way that he was doing on this show. So that was really cool to see. He played a lot of music from his new album Lighthouse, but he also played some music from his last album Tenderness. He played some covers. He played a cover of I Fought the Law. He played I Want to Be Your Dog, and he also threw in a Guns N' Roses cover. Now, he didn't play one of the hits, which I thought was great. He played a deep cut Guns N' Roses song, You're Crazy, but he played the punk fast version of that song, which I thought was very fitting for what he was doing. And he did a really cool mix of songs in this set. He did some acoustic, some slower songs, some faster, more punky songs, some rock and roll songs. I thought that the band that he put together for this tour was really great. Last tour, he had more of a country tinge to his sound. This one, more of a straight up rock and roll sound, which I loved. And Lee Ving actually came out to perform this new single with Duff during the show, kind of advertising it, I guess. But that was really cool to see too. And Lee, you know, Lee's up there in age, but it was really cool to see him rocking as well. So let's take a quick look at a clip of Duffmckagan covering You're Crazy from Guns N' Roses. right, coming in at number 2, we have the Serpent Festival featuring Slash and Slash's Blues Ball Band. I saw this back in August at Pier 17 in New York City, and I wanted to show this poster because this was super cool. He was selling these at his merch booth. They're not numbered or anything. It's not specific to the show, but I just thought that this poster was awesome and very unique. I don't have any other posters like this in my collection. I have to say, before I go into the show itself, this venue was exceptional. I had heard before that Pier 17 was a really great venue, but I had no idea what I was getting into. We got there. It's in a very nice area of the city, and you go up these escalators to basically the roof of this building, and you're up on the roof, and the stage is right in front of the Brooklyn Bridge, so bands don't even need a backdrop or a banner. The Brooklyn Bridge is their backdrop, so just absolutely beautiful view. I thought the staff was great. I thought the venue was very clean, very new. I would definitely go there to see shows again for sure. So this was a bit of a mini festival that Slash tried to put on, like a touring festival to celebrate blues music. And at each show or each round of shows, he had different opening bands. So this one in particular, we got to see Keb Mo, ZZ Ward, and Robert Randolph. They opened up and they put together really nice blues sets, which set the table really nicely for what Slash was about to do. So Slash went on and his band was incredible, and it's very different. You know, I try to see Slash every time he comes around, you know, when he's with Miles Kennedy or doing any of his projects, but this was very different. I thought Slash put together an incredible band. He has Teddy Zigzag, who was a former keyboard player from Guns N' Roses. He has him prominently featured. He sings a few songs, but he's also a bit of a band leader for Slash's band. He has, I believe his name is Tash Neal, doing the majority of the singing and playing some guitar as well in this band. And I thought it was a really nicely put together band with a nice chemistry. Slash sounded incredible. They played the blues covers that Slash featured on his latest studio album, Orgy of the Damned. I reviewed that a few months ago, so I'll put a link to that below if you're interested in watching that. I thought the sound was on point. I thought that it was just an incredibly put together set list. We also had some covers that were not on the blues album. And also we got a special surprise, Dorothy, who has her band Dorothy. She was featured on Slash's album doing Key to the Highway, and she actually came out and performed that song during the set, so that was really cool to see as well. Let's take a look at a quick clip from the show. This is Slash's Blues Ball performing Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
All right, and my number 1 pick for best concert that I went to in 2024, no question on this one, this would be the Rolling Stones on their Hackney Diamonds tour. I saw them at MetLifeStadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey back in May, and it is always an experience seeing the Rolling Stones. It's my 3rd time seeing the Rolling Stones, and they never fail to impress me. We saw night 1. They played 2 nights at MetLifeStadium, and we had a bit of an unexpected tailgate. I planned to get there right for when the show started, but we got there a little early, so we were just kind of doing a little makeshift tailgate in the parking lot, which was a lot of fun. And the seats we had for this show were very similar to the ones I had the last time I saw them at MetLife. We were in the 100 level, directly facing the stage, so really great place to see them. An artist named John Baptiste was opening, and he was really good. Very R&B, funky sound to him. Set the table really nicely for the Rolling Stones. Stones played for about 2 hours, very well-balanced set. It's very tough for them, I'd imagine, to put together a set list because they have so many hits. Inevitably, they're going to leave hits out of their set because they just have so many, they can't fit everything in. But they were also trying to promote a new album. They played 2 songs from Hackney Diamonds. They played the lead single Angry, and I was very happy to hear them play Mess It Up, which is my favorite from the album. And what else can I say about Mick that hasn't been said before? He still sounds, moves, and looks incredible on stage. Mick, especially from where I was sitting, you wouldn't even notice that he aged a bit since the last time I saw him, because he's just incredible. At 81, 82, however old he is, he's doing things that I don't think any other rock singer could do at that age, for sure. Steve Jordan took on the role of drums after the death of Charlie Watts. And, you know, if you didn't know Steve Jordan, he's a legendary drummer. Actually plays drums in Keith Richards' band when he tours solo and when he records albums. And I really think that Steve Jordan gave them the extra kick that they needed. I didn't see them on their last round of tour dates with Steve Jordan. They didn't come by New York. Last time I saw the Stones, they had Charlie in the band. And I did notice them playing the songs a little bit slower the last time with Charlie. But this time around, he seemed to be giving them a little bit of a kick. They were moving. They were playing the songs at a pretty regular tempo, and it just sounded awesome. I think that he's kind of revitalized that band in a way that they really needed. Not to say that Charlie wasn't doing a great job. It's just, you know, drummers tend to break down over time, and, you know, it's to be expected over the years. That's the most physically demanding instrument on stage. And they're always amazing. I mean, what else can I say? They're the best rock and roll band of all time as a live band and in the studio. Whole stadium was very into it. On their feet most of the time. I know I was on my feet the whole time, singing and dancing with them. I really hope that I'll get to see them again. I mean, every time you see them, you think that it might be the last, but you can never count the Stones out. And to be honest, they don't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. So I would really love to be able to see them many more times. All right, let's take a look at a quick clip from this show. This is the Rolling Stones playing Miss You. All right, everybody, there you have it. Those are my top 5 live concerts that I went to this year in 2024. And to be honest, this list may change after next week. I'm going to see the Black Crowes, and I've heard that they are an incredible live band. I've heard I won't be disappointed, so I'm really hoping that this list might change, because I could really use a great live show to end out this great year of shows. And let me know in the comments below, what great live shows have you been to this year? Did you see any of the tours that I went to? What were your experiences? Let me know in the comments below. As always, everybody, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, share the video, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.